data. I want to print this data. At which level I can print this data in my own format? This data is what? Bytes. Okay. అయిపోయింది అది end-to-end encryption format. Which format? Already you said now, when it reaches to your device, it will come in which format? Plain format. So I need to write the code for retrieving that encryption into plain format or not? In the application development, in the charting application which I shown you, I will write certain piece of code for decrypting. Encoding, decoding. Encoding means what? Converted plain text into encryption. Encryption to what? Plain text is converted decrypting. Encrypt and decrypt. Here, I am writing some piece of code for getting the data in the form of what? For getting the data in the form of what? Plain text. So, I am writing it. For that, I am using one for loop I am using. One for loop I am using. In C language, there is a for loop concept is there. And you are master in C language. While loop is also there. And a do while loop is also there. Right or not? Good. So what is the use of looping statements? Generally, who studied C language? Just I'm expecting one answer from you. To repeat? To repeat? Multiple times. While true, I am writing multiple times. Print hello. Hello. What is happening? Hello, 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 hello. It is coming. Is there any use of that? Then still, tomorrow if he comes, still it is saying hello, 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 hello. Your friend is there. You are asking your friend, hello, 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 hello. What your friend will say? If you say to your friend, hello, 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 what you will say? You will run away. What happened to my friend? So still if he come tomorrow, still it is executing. Tell me. So one girl said the answer called what? Something to repeat. I repeated. Right or wrong? Everything is there in front of you. Right or wrong? Right? Who is that? Go to home. Girl, no, I don't say to girl, go to home. If you say right, you are out of order. It's a wrong. Repeating the operation what? Infinitely, it's a wrong application. What is the looping statement? I will explain loops in my class 10 days examples. Marvelous examples I'll tell you. What is the looping? The process of performing the operation repeatedly for a finite number of times until test condition becomes false. I want to send an SMS to 100 students. Starting from where? 1. Send. Next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll go on sending up to my counter reaches to what? 100. 101 comes, stops. Will you send the messages hundreds of times? No. What is that operation? Performs the operation repeatedly for a finite number of times until condition becomes false. What is the condition? Everything, don't worry. Today, I will use the concept of what? One looping concept, I will use it. Do you know loops, huh? Do you know loops? Say like that. Do you know loops? No, you don't know loops. Strictly, you don't know loops, really speaking. You don't know loops, but you felt that you know loops. But strictly according to my knowledge, you don't know loops. And you don't feel it also. No, if you feel also, no problem. I'm saying facts only. I'm saying real facts. Now I'm going to take up. Coming to the point back, now I'm going to take up. See that because of that loop, infinite loop, it becomes so many problems in data processing levels. Now I'm going to take up my example. Now we will take this data. Now I'll come to this place, valid data. Sorry, some space is there. And print of what now? LST comma what? Type of LST. Type of LST. This is my given data. B is equal to what? Bytes of LST. It is converted into what? Bytes. Print of what now? B comma type of B. See, let me tell you in a simple way how easy the loops are. Simple way I will tell you how the things are easy. So come to the point. Suppose after the class is over, feeling so hungry, and you want to eat something, what you will buy? Assume that you purchased one biscuit packet, which is containing, don't look at your face. Will you buy biscuit packet like that? So this is called B is an object. This is called an object. In Python, this is called what? Object, which is containing one value, second value, third value, like that some number of values are available, whose indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. This is called my memory management as well as biscuit example. And don't feel that it is a biscuit example, most useful example. Come on, start with the way you are eating the biscuit from biscuit packet is called looping. Is called looping. How many biscuits I am having? 6. 5. 6 are there. 6 biscuits are 0 to 5. How many? 6. 6 are there. How do you eat? First one, what you will take? 0. You will eat. Next, 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 over. And you'll see the cover packet and you will say like that and throw it. Condition is false. What is our counter starts? 0 less than 6. Eating, eating, eating. Continuously eating or for finite number of times? Once no biscuits are there, your loop is over or not? How many times repeated? 6 times repeated. That is called what? Looping. What is the looping purpose? To perform certain operation repeatedly for finite number of times until my condition becomes false. What is my condition? 6 biscuits to eat. Starts from where? 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0 to 5 less than 6 true, you eat. When it comes to 6 less than 6 false, stop eating. Understood? This is comes under what? One simple awareness about looping. And don't tell this example in interview. What is looping? Don't tell this example. How do you read this now? Now I'm going to take my example. For is a keyword. For is a keyword. I'm not talking about your C language for loop syntax. That is not there in Python. For biscuit value in B, I am writing. For is a keyword. In is a keyword. I am writing one colon. That colon is called indentation symbol. I will write it. How this for is working? The for keyword takes the first value of B and kept in where? BV. And I will just say that print of BV. What is printed? First value printed. It goes to the next for loop only. It takes what? Second value will be kept in where? BV. That second value will be printed. Go to the next value to for loop. Take the third value in BV and printed. Go to the next place and then taking like that. It is going and then printing like this. It is going on repeating this until how many values are over? 6 values are over. Did you understand how this loop is working? So for keyword takes the value from the object and repeats that until total number of elements are completed. Online students, I hope you are understanding. I will write for, come on ma, for V in where, any variable you can take it, in where B. What is the B contains, students? Once again I am writing, B contains which data? 10. Next is what? 20. 0. 45. 255. Next is what? 67. Next is what? 23. For V in B, first for keyword will take the first value of B kept in where? V. What is the first value of B? Print of, what I will write? V. What is printed? 10. Again, for loop will take, for keyword will take the PVM control to B again. What is the second value of B? 20. Again printed 20. Go to back to B. Again, what is the value of B? 0. 0 printed. Next, go to this B. Next, take it. Next. Repeats until all the elements are finished or not. This how many times? Length times. How many length? That many times for loop will execute. Is it not called a finite number of times? Please look at the symbol called what? Colon. What is the colon and everything? I'll explain so perfectly right now. Don't worry. Because I have to show you the output today. So enter a key. The moment when I press enter key, dot is there. Don't type immediately print of V. Don't type immediately print of V. If you type it, you will get error. Indentation error will come. That's why you do what? Once your cursor is waiting there, you press one tab. Press one tab. Tab is the key available in the keyboard. Print of what? V. You press enter key. Again you press enter key. When I press enter key, dot. When you press enter key, all the values came or not? Whatever the order list is there, same order it is converted. In the same order, data will be displayed. Whenever you are typing in the WhatsApp window, how are you when you type it? When it reaches to the other device also, how are you message only should come. You should not display you how are. You should not display like that. Will you display like that? Whatever order you are saying and converted this plain text into encrypted format, when it is coming to encrypted format to decryption, same order that should be decrypted. Getting or not, students? So, in simple word, bytes object maintains insertion order. Whatever order you are organizing the data, in the same order data will be displayed. That's why bytes object maintains which order? Insertion order. There are some objects which never maintains insertion order. Suppose you take online test. I have some 3000 questions are there. How I want to give the questions? Expected order, random order. So that time I should go for those objects which never maintains which order? Insertion order. So insertion order. Girls don't sleep. One or two girls are sleeping. So B and that V printed this data. Which order? Insertion order. There are some objects which never maintains what? Insertion order. I hope you are following me. Now, that point I will mention it. So what is that point here? An object of bytes. An object of what? Bytes. An object of bytes. Bytes maintains what order? Insertion order. Insertion order. Important. What do you mean by insertion order? Nothing but whatever the order we enter the data, whatever the order we enter the data, in the same order, data will be received. In the same order, the data will be displayed. Data will be displayed or received or whatever you like it, displayed. That is known as what? Insertion order. I hope you are following. The moment when I say insertion order, you have to think this point in the back. Are you following? Right. Now, students, coming to the point of it, this is the values we got it. Understand? Now, suppose I want to get my data only bytes object is there, B. What is the B? Object of what? Bytes. Now I am writing B of 0. What is this B of 0? Indexing. 10 is coming. B of -1. What is the value coming? 23 is coming. 23 is coming. That means using indexing also we can perform on which concept? Bytes. On bytes you can perform what? Indexing. But B of 0:4, that value will not be coming directly in the understandable format. Encryption format it will come, see that. But you cannot understand the data. To understand this data, what should I students? For V in where? B of 0:4. B of 0:4, indentation symbol, press tab and then what? B value. What is coming? V, okay. V, I will write V, something mistake there. What is coming? Press enter key again. Are you getting or not? This is the one. Are you getting, students? If you want to get any reverse order, what you will get it? For value in where? B of what? Colon colon minus 1. Already this concept you know. Don't get confused about it. Value you say. And you are getting in which order? Reverse order. This is called original order. This I am getting in which order? Reverse order I am going to get it. Are you getting, students? That indicates this point is what? On the object of what? On the object of what? Bytes. On the objects of bytes, we can perform both indexing and slicing. Both indexing and what? Slicing operations. Both indexing and slicing operations. On the object of bytes, we can perform both indexing and slicing operations. I hope you are getting it. So, on the object of bytes, we can perform both indexing and slicing operations. Done. Now I will move to the further. I will carry this example here and you got these bytes and you understand this for loop related simple meaning. It doesn't mean that you need to get for loop knowledge now itself, but I hope you are understanding how it works. Understood, students? So now I am writing some tab you need to say. This is called your output here. And B of 0 will give you some sort of indexing here. Got the data. And B of minus 1 is going to give you the value called 23. B of 0 colon 4 is giving some encrypted format again. So here I am going to print that data only. So of course that is going to give you some wrong spelling. I used it. So this is print of V I am saying. 10, 20, 30, 45 I am just saying like that. And B of like this I am saying. B of like this I am saying. And this is my data what I have it. Are you following me? This is complete information about what? How we can do the indexing as well as what? Slicing. And one more point I want to address here. One more example I want to say. And here one more point I want to say. Here I'm writing one important thing. There is one more concept I want to introduce while I'm discussing this bytes. That concept is, I'll write that. An object of bytes. An object of what? Bytes. An object of bytes belongs to immutable. Very regularly asking question. What is immutable and what is mutable? Reason I am going to say, because I want to write the reason also. That reason to understand, I want to go for what? I want to go for what? What is immutable? What is mutable? I will go for it. So, coming to the point back, I'm talking about one new concept today, along with this concept. What is that? I want to cover this and I will move to the further. Mutable and what? Immutable. Immutable. Mutable and immutable. So, Srivastav is exciting and writing the note saying, mutable and immutable. We can't change the values. That is mutable. Mutable, we can change the values. That is a blunder. So I will write the blunder. So I just posted that message also. Now I want to tell, because students will have their own knowledge and they will say, and that I say blunder. Blunder means blunder because I am showing the clarity to you. That's why you don't bring out your knowledge to my class. Please put it in your bag and preserve it because it will come out automatically, but you don't say that. Come to the point of it, mutable, I'm going to say. And first I'm going to talk about the mutable and next I'm going to talk about what? Immutable. Immutable. Let me go for what is mutable and immutable here. Easy. So there I'm going to take about some example in the beginning itself. So generally everybody will think mutable means what? Changeable. Immutable means not changeable. They will say simple. But when you go to an interview will play with you definitely. Now let us go to the point. Now I'm going to say, like Srivastav, if I take that words, mutable means what? We can change the values. Look at A is equal to 10. Print of what? A. What is the value printed? A is equal to A plus 1. What is the value of A? Come on. 11. What is the value printed? 11. Is it mutable or immutable? Come on. Mutable. Correct or not? That is the wrong answer. According to the Srivastava example, it is the wrong answer. Sir, how? What is the mutable originally? Now I'm going to say. Look at. ఇంకొకటి చెప్తాను మీకు ఒకసారి. Because you people are not able to listen properly. Python. Print of what? Yes. S is equal to what? S plus PROZ. S plus PROZ. Value of S changed or not? Concatenation. Print of S. What is printed? So what is that S is called? Changed. Value changed now. What is that? Chapandi. That is all called blender. Now I am going to say the answers. Come on now. A is equal to what? 10. Now see. Originality I am going to say. A comma ID of A. That means A value is having this thing. Srivastav, listen carefully. This is a data whose address is called XXXX5624. This is a memory address. Understood? Well, when I say A is equal to what? A plus 1. When I say A is equal to A plus 1, what will happen? It will become what? It will become what? 11. It will become 11. So, sit down. విను జాగ్రత్తగా. ఫేస్ వాష్ ఇవన్నీ అవసరం లేదు. విను జాగ్రత్త. పలుకుతా ఉండు నేను చెప్పేది. ఫేస్ వాష్ అవసరం లేదు. యూ స్పీక్ అవుట్. స్టాండ్ అప్. హౌ మెనీ డేటా టైప్స్? టెల్ మీ వన్స్. ఇంటూ, ఫ్లోటు, బూలు ఇట్లా కాదు. Sit down. Now, don't add your Telugu words to English. Beautiful, that's all. Beautiful. This is your butler English. Gully English, that is called. Change your attitude, change your style of speaking. A is equal to what? A plus 1. What is this value becomes? 11. Generally, your faculty will say, here it is becoming 11, you will say. That is the wrong answer. What is happening is, the moment when you change this value of A, PVM will not keep the value in this memory. It is going to create what? Separate memory. It is going to keep 11, XXX, some different address it is going to take it. Some different address. This is nothing but at the same address, what is not changing? Value is not possible to change. This is called what? Immutable. What is mutable? A mutable object is one which allows us to do the changes of the object at the same address. That is called mutable. Understood that? Value changes, it is mutable. Value not changes, it is immutable. That is a completely blunder. Understand? Value changes at the same address. That is called what? Mutable. Value changed, but the changed value kept it where? Different address. That is called what? Immutable. Understood? See, A is equal to what? A plus 1. Print that same thing. What is that address? What is that address? Different address. Hence it is mutable or immutable. Right. Sagar Srivastav, did you understand? Did you understand now? Int is mutable or immutable? Come on. Immutable. Once again, A is equal to 1.2. Print of A, ID. A is equal to what? A plus 2. A plus 2. 2.2. Will it be stored at the same address? Never. It is going to place it where? Different address. Different address. Is float is a mutable or immutable? Immutable. A is equal to what? 2 plus 3j. 2 plus 3j. I am going to write it print of this A. A is equal to 2 plus 3j. A plus 2 I am saying. Adding 2 to that. 2 plus 3j plus 2 is called what? 4 plus 3j. 4 plus 3j. Print of A. What is that address? Different or not? Hence complex is what? Immutable. Boolean anyhow, A is true, A is false. Definitely different addresses. Can you change Boolean? True means true only, false means false only. You cannot change. Getting students? Good. Let us come. A is equal to what? Python. Python. Now I am going to say print of A. A is equal to what? A plus what I am saying? A plus PROC, I am saying PROC, print of A. Python PROC, value changed, but at where it is placed? Different address. It is called what? Immutable. Are you following? Now, even in YouTube shorts and everything, they will say like this only. Mutable means changes. Immutable means what? Not changed. There are so many likes. So many likes. And you will remember that only. YouTube shorts is a new marketing trend now. 1 minute you want to get the answer. And with that answer, you will go to interview. And person like me will squeeze you like a sugarcane juice. And finally throwing it away. For newspaper also not useful. That's why YouTube seeing, this seeing is waste of knowledge. You go for full length answers like this. Are you able to follow? Good. Are you understanding what is mutable and immutable? Now I will tell you. These are all the examples of what? Good. Now I am going to say you one more property for immutable. One more property for immutable. Be careful. What is a? Python. What is that a? Python. Here, that is done. One thing is what? Value modified. Kept it where? New address. It is what? Immutable. It is the first property of immutable. An immutable object is one whose value cannot be changed at the same address. In the bracket, value changed. Changed value kept in where? New address. New address. New address. Here, new address. This is a old address. That is known as what? Immutable object, first property. Second property, look at A of 0. What is the value? Answer, P. That P, I want to change it to Jython. Jython. A of 0 is equal to, what I am doing? J. That 0th value want to change with what? J. So it will become Jython. Come on. Jython it will become. Changed or not? Yes. That time, this string data never allows us to modify the data. Never allows us to do the assigning the data to that. It is not possible to assign a new value to this string. It is not possible. You will get an error. What is that error? strobj does not support what? Item assignment. Does not support item assignment. Do you understand this? So no, you can't assign the RHS value to the LHS of certain data. You cannot assign. See that? Read out. strobj does not support item assignment. Not possible to support. But sir, I want Jython. How can I do it? Are you following first of all this concept? How to do that, sir? With your technique. Some x is equal to, what is that now? J plus a of 1 colon, I will write it. J letter. Where I want to take? Jython I want to take. Y starts from where? 1 to last. That will be kept in x. Print of what? X. Type print of x. What is this now? ID of x. Completely different. Are you able to understand? So what is this meaning now? str object does not support what? Item assignment. What are the two immutable properties? Immutable objects are those which satisfies the following properties. Immutable objects are not possible to change its value at the same address. In the bracket, value changes, but the changed value kept at where? New address. That is one property, like int, float, complex and everything. When you come to str, it is also possible to change, but where is the address kept in? New address. Second property is, I'm trying to change the individual value of an str by using an indexing mechanism, which does not support what? Item assignment. That is known as what? That is known as what? Immutable object. An immutable object is one. An immutable object is one. Which satisfies the following properties. Satisfies the following properties. Following properties. What is that? First property, immutable object content. Immutable object content can't be modified. Can't be modified. Can't be modified at where? Same address. In the bracket. In the bracket, what I'm writing? Immutable object value, immutable object content, immutable object content can be modified, can be modified, and can be modified, and modified value, modified value placed at which address? A new address. That is one property satisfies by some of the objects. Some of the objects will do what? Like a strings, if you take it, like other type of things you take it. Immutable object does not support what? Item assignment. What is meant by item assignment? Transferring RHS value to which side? LHS value, not possible. Does not support item assignment. In the bracket, if you want, with what? Indexing and what? Slicing. If you want, very particularly I am saying, with the slicing. These are very, very important. Indexing I am trying to change. Slicing I am trying to change. Not possible. Sir, where it is possible? I am going to take it in where it is possible. Mutable. Now I am going to say mutable. First of all, is it clear? Now go to where? What are the examples, sir, here? What are the examples I am writing? Please observe. Int, comma, float, comma, bool, comma, next complex, comma, str, comma, bytes, comma, range, comma, tuple, comma, set, comma, frozen set, comma, that's all. You don't know dict now. Well, don't answer it. Don't answer it. Because why you to waste your time? You are wrong answer. So go to the place of what? Mutability I am going to take it. So here I am going to write it. A mutable object is one. A mutable object is one. Mutable object is one. Mutable object is one, which allows us to modify, or what? Adding new content at which address? Same address. At what address? Same address. Sir, examples. I am going to give you the examples. Now I am writing byte array, list. Next is called what? Set. Next is called a dict. These are the examples of what? Mutable. And don't think, sir, you have written set here and you have written set there. And set belongs to both mutable as well as what? Immutable. I'll show you both of them. Majority of the websites, they will say set is either mutable or they will say immutable. It is a both. PSF documentation says it is a both. So how it is done? I'll show you that. Shall we start moving to further? Now, see, sir, coming to this area, which concept I'm introduced now? Go to the same place. Mutability, I'm going to take it. LST is equal to 10, comma, some RS, comma, just RS, comma, 34.56, comma, 2 plus 3J. This is my data. LST, comma, ID of what, you know, LST, I'm going to take it. This is my data and address. Dear students, you don't worry about what I'm doing it. HYD I'm adding to the LST I'm adding. You don't worry this example I'm saying and you try to follow. See that, add the data to the same data at the same address, you observe it. HYD added at which address? What is this LST called? Mutable. Mutable. I want to change this 10 as 100. LST of 0 will give you what? 10. LST of is what? 0 is equal to what I am writing? 100. Now I am printing the data. Is it modified or not? At which address? Next, I want to modify 100 and RS with what I am assigning? With indexing. I want to change 100 and RS with what 1000 and something like TR. I will say LST of what 0:2 is equal to what 1000 comma what TR. I am writing something like this. This is called a slice based item assignment. Print of that. Is it changed at the same address or not? It is known as what? Mutable. It is subject. This is called a subject. Mutable, modifiable, immutable, not modifiable. This is called cock and bullock stories. Amirpet knowledge. This is called a subject of industry. Understanding? If you learn YouTube shorts, Insta reels with these small things, you will get your problems. In short period of time, getting knowledge, any history is there? Any such history succeeded? No. That's why to succeed your life, you need to have a lot of work to be done. Correct or not? Yes. Come to the point. Is it clear? Right. Every day I will go to this place. Now go to our discussion now. What is this discussion now? Go to where? An object of what? Bytes. Belongs to what? Because I will write it. Bytes object does not support, come on, item assignment. Whichever object does not support item assignment, it is known as what? Immutable. Whichever object does not support to change the value at the same address by modifying the value kept at new address, it is called what? Yes. Got it? Huh? Right. Go to the example. I will revise that part of it. What is that? My part, you take it. This is my bytes data. Go to this place. This is my bytes data. You observe it. So something is gone outside, that is LST is equal to 1020 255 comma 67 89 12 like that. Print of LST here, done. B is equal to what here? B is equal to what I'm saying. Bytes of what? LST. Print of what now? B, comma what? ID. ID not necessary. If you want, you can print of ID. Comma what, you know? A type of what? B. Type of B, I got it. B of 0 will give you what? 10. B of -1 will give you what? 12. Last one, 12. Now I am trying to change it to what? B of 0 is equal to what? 100. 100. Allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. So it is not allowed. Bytes object does not support what? Hence bytes is belongs to what? Immutable. Did you understand this reason? An object of bytes belongs to what? Immutable, because it does not support item assignment. So you have to give the reason also. This is the reason for it. Are you getting, students? Right. For every point, we must have the clarity with the conclusions. No ambiguities to be taken care. Everything to be perfect. That is the confidence in the coding. Without having, if you have only theoretical part, you'll get the subject problems. So you need to have like this. I hope you are getting, students. So done. This is about which concept? Bytes. If I come to a simple conclusion, int data type, float data type, bool data type, complex data type, str data type, bytes. Now mutable, immutable, I want to put a tick mark. Mutable and immutable. What is int? Mutable. Sorry. Immutable. What is the float? Immutable. Boolean. Immutable. Complex. String. Immutable. What about bytes? Also immutable. Byte array, when I come, that is comes under what? Mutable. So they are giving one way is mutable, one more way they are giving immutable also. Both mutable and immutable they are giving it. This is comes under which concept? Bytes concept. I hope it is clear. So what is the use of bytes? To implement end-to-end encryption by organizing the data in the form of what? 0 to 256. 256 included, excluded, excluded. That is the subject of bytes. quite opposite to that with the same property of one point is differing, that is byte array. Byte array. Similar to what? Bytes. But the difference is what? Byte array belongs to what? Mutable. Bytes belongs to what? Same properties as it is same. Now I will move to the further. Which data type? Go to the sequence type. What is this now? Byte array. Now I am going to introduce the byte array. Easy. Once you understand one data type, now bytes data type, other data types are easy for you because it is new for you. Byte array. And more about this programming, I will explain in the network programming. Understand? Because you don't know socket, server socket, datagram, server datagram socket, TCP, FTP, HTTP. Do you know? Don't know. What is TCP? So come to the point of it. Full forms is wrong answers. Because gold medalists will say full forms. So come to the point of it. Because when girl says full forms, I don't tell anything to them. When boy says something, I'll give left and right for you. So understood? Right. And you don't feel that. So I will go for explaining what is FTP, what is HTTP with socket programming. All our ATMs, all our insurance applications, all the domains in the industry of net banking, every financial banking applications works with what? Bytes implementation. Understand? In your ATM center, what you are entering the PIN number, amount and everything, that will visit to the server side for verification in the form of bytes part and receiving the data in the form of bytes part. And the total text data, everything will be visiting in the form of bytes only. Shall I go to the next one? So we are talking about what? Byte array. Ready to understand? Let's start the discussion. I am writing here one simple note point. That's all. Within 2 minutes, I will complete it. So I'm going to take up here note. Note I am going to write it. The functionality of which array? Byte array is exactly similar to which one? Bytes. But an object of bytes belongs to what? Immutable because bytes object does not support item assignment. Does not support what? Item assignment. Does not support item assignment. Whereas what next? Byte array belongs to what? Mutable because it supports item assignment. That I want to show you the clarity. Everything is same. Now I want to go for it. And of course, I forget one more point to write in this level. Here I am going to say. Here one point I forget. Here I am writing. What is that point I forget to write? An object of bytes to store the data, or I'll write. We don't have any symbolic notation. We don't have any symbolic notation for storing the data in the object of bytes. Why, sir? Why there is no such object symbolic notation? Because programmer can't use bytes data type, bytes values in the Python program. You can use string data in the Python program. Int data in the string, list data you can use, but bytes data is encrypted format that I cannot use directly. That's why that symbolic notation is not given. Are you following? So I hope you are following that. So now students, done. This is done. But how can we do? But we can convert. We can convert other type of values. Other type of what? Values. Into which type? Into bytes type. by using bytes type, by using typecasting function. What is the function name? Bytes of. Sir, what is the syntax here? Syntax, I will write it. Syntax is here. Bytes object is equal to bytes of what? Object. Object means what? Any of the object data, I can list object, list data, tuple data, any object data, I can convert it. Are you following me? This is about which data type? Bytes data type. Students in online, 2 minutes means it doesn't mean that sir will explain 2 minutes. You should not go to lunch or somewhere, dinner or somewhere. So be in the class until class is closing. So I said 2 minutes. All of a sudden, 6 members went out. Already in the class beginning, 222 students are there. I don't know, feeling hungry or what, I don't know. Are you following naturopathy things you are following? I don't know. Be in the class, learn subject. So coming to the point back, now I will go to the bytes data type here. This entire properties I will carry. This everything I will carry. This parts I will carry. See that I'll change the content. Here I'll follow it. So simply you go for what? Change. What is this now? Byte array is one of the predefined class treated as a sequence data type. The purpose of byte array data type is same. To implement byte end-to-end encryption, byte array data stores the numerical integer values in the range of what? 0 to 256 only. That is 255 only it can store. We don't have any symbolic notation for storing the data in the object of what? Byte array, because programmer cannot use byte array values in the Python program directly, but we can convert other type of values into what? Byte array by using which function? Byte array of. What is the function now? Byte array object of. Byte array object is equal to an object of byte array, same, maintains insertion order. Insertion order is nothing but this data, whatever the description I said. On the object of byte array, we can perform indexing and slicing. An object of which one next? Byte array belongs to what? Mutable, because byte array object supports what? That's all. Example, I will bring it. Examples, I will bring it. So, coming to this place, now I am going to write the example. Observe it now. LST is equal to, take this data. So, LST converted into what array now? Byte array of this B. Done. Print of what? B comma, type of B, comma, what I will write? ID of B also I will write it. ID of B also I will write it. What is this now? Byte array of. Byte array is a class. Got it or not? Address is this one. Now I want to print it. For V in where? B. Same. Print of what? Print of V, I will write it. Got the data, right? Same order, whatever is organized. Now I am going to say, you do that what? B of 0. Got the data. That I want to change it to what? 100. Yes, happily changed. Earlier it was given a what? Error. Now it is allowed. You print the data once again for B. Print of that. Is it 100 coming or not? At which address? See that. Print that address. If you want, you can print that address. No problem. Which address? 2023 T0223. It is called which object? Mutable. If you want to get slicing for value in where? B of 0:4, 0:4, I can say what? Print of what? Value. Got the data. 100 modified or not? If you want, you can modify also. 0:2, 0:3 is equal to what? 10, something like 100 or something like 40, 50, 60. 40, 50, 60. Are you following? Done. Happily allowed. Print the data. Print the data. Completely print the data. Is it 40, 50, 60 modified or not? At which address? Same address. It is called what? Mutable. Like this. What you have observed, you remember it. That you produce in interviews. By listening, by seeing everything in the class. When you go to an interview, when you look at the sky, nothing is happening. Regular reading, regular practicing, daily attending the class without doing anything in the class. By concentrating fully, you will get it. While sir is explaining, sleeping, while sir is explaining, thinking somewhere else, these are all called problems. Understand? Take care. So, how to write a code for check bounce example in banking? Check bounce example in banking. Can you write a code? You cannot. Railway reservation, ticket reservation. How do you do it? These are all examples I'm saying in the multi-threading. Multi-threading. Today only I explained in 4 o'clock batch. It is about to complete. Like that you have to get students. That is called a subject. Learn so much industry related apps, applications. How many days you will buttify theory? Don't miss the classes, right? Practice and come. So this is only the career changing subject for you. So this I will take care. This part I will take care. See students, once again, last and final. This is LST. This is LST. Done. I'm converting into what array? Bytes I will convert for 1 minute. Bytes. Print of what? B. Print of B. You say print of B. Done. What is that? Bytes. Now I am converting BA is equal to what? Bytes of what? B. I am converting what? Bytes object into what array? Byte array object. Print of what now? BA comma type of BA. Am I converted everything into bytes to BA na? BA na? Yeah. Bytes. Actually what? Byte array. Byte array. I need to convert byte array. Are you following me? Yes. This is called what? Converting bytes into which type? Byte array type. Any object can be converted into other type. Are you following me? Yes. So this I will carry from here. As an example, I just want to post it. So students, here coming to this data, list data. So here byte array data and printing this data here with an output. Indentation, you have to press tab. If you don't press tab, you will get a lot of, because when you go to home, you will open your laptop. Immediately you will start writing code, you will write it. Something like bytes you will write. I'll show you every mistake I want to show. Something like this you will say bytes of byte array of. Now you say B and you will type here only without pressing tab. You will write V. You will get which error and you will wait. Star said that output is coming. I did not get it. Star said that press what? Tab. Tab. Press tab. Here press tab. Then output will come. When you sit in the class, everything is like flying in the sky. But when you keep your hands on the keyboard, either keyboard will not work or power will go or something will happen or error will come. But to work all the things, you have to see that what sir is explaining, how what is doing, where is pressing what key. You have to observe everything. Understand? So go to the place. Now this is my output. This is an output. Once you cross this class without carefully following, this is known as what? What is this is known as? Item assignment. Item assignment. After item assignment, I am printing that. I am printing that. Here I am going to write it. So I say here. So Anil Kumar want to know what is the reason for it. Yes, Anil Kumar. Actually, I want to tell you, but whether you will catch me or not, I don't know. Definitely you will catch it. Because even if you don't know, definitely I'll make you to catch. That is my power of presentation in the class. Now, we'll look at, I'll tell you, since Anil Kumar is asking, I want to answer that student. Wait for 2 minutes, my dear student. Now I'll go to this place. Here, bytes data, this is converted into which array? Byte array, done. Go to this place. This is a byte array, this is. I hope this is repeated, right? Yeah, this is that done. This is about what now? Byte array. Now Anil Kumar is asking, may I know the reason why tab is required? C. Go to your favorite language, C language. You are master in C language or not? Are you master? No. Girls, are you master? Okay. No problem. Come on. Here. What is this now? Initialization part, semicolon, conditional part, semicolon. What is next? That means you know C language. Okay. So incrementation or what? Decrementation. That is known as what? Updation part. Updation part. This is what your sir says. Anil Kumar. Opening bracket and closing bracket. You will write block of statements or not? Block of statements. This block of statements indicates that from starting to ending, that is comes under operations to be repeated for that loop. Simple example, my class is here, my classroom is this much big, and here this is a starting door, this is the ending door, right or not? In this, who are all sitting, they are called my students, correct or not? Correct or not? This is something like a starting door of the for loop is this, ending door of the for loop is this, in a simple layman terms. In Python, such a type of what? In Python, such a type of notation they did not given. This is what you habituated. In for loop, they said same thing. You feel that it is same thing. For variable name, in what object you are writing, they don't have what? Opening bracket and closing bracket. They did not have. They said you keep a colon, you cursor is waiting under the letter F. You don't write any curly brace. You press tab. From tab onwards, whatever you are writing, that are comes under what? Block of statements. Block of statements. This I will explain once again in my class, where I will explain with a more colorful diagrams. Very beautiful I will prepare. So if you go to that, if we go to the concept of what? Loops. If we go to the concept of loops, under the notes, while loop is there, syntax is there.